What's going on, guys? My name is Shakatron, and today we're back in My Name Is You, and it's the only unusual thing in my life. We're gonna be playing Chapter 2 today, and hopefully it's as good as the
Chapter
first one.
2.
Time for more listening, guys. We'll hear the story of you once more.
On the second day of work, every sip of coffee came out of his nose as blood.
Yuck, alright. That's weird.
Covering his nose with his hand, Yu went to the restroom.
Covering his nose. You went to the restroom, alright. Is he sick or something like that?
Excuse me. I wish I could narrate a little faster and keep you from getting bored. But it is difficult in my condition.
No problem. You can narrate as slow as you want, and you'll be okay.
Let's continue.
Sure, no problem.
Returning to his workplace, Yu saw Frank sitting at his table and leafing through his personal diary.
Frank was the new security guard, right? Yeah, he was.
Such violation of personal boundaries, it seemed, was about to put Yu out of temper.
Short-tempered, huh? Right. So this is our diary. We can either ask him to give it back, or we can snatch it back from him. Now, personally speaking, I'll be using the word personally a lot of times in this video. So yeah, personally speaking, I would just ask him to give it back nicely. Like, instead of snatching without...
Give it to me.
Alright, not like that. Not in a tone like that. Not in an angry tone like you. Maybe a little bit more subtle. Can you give it back to me or something like that? Or give it back, but not with an exclamation point.
Here, take it. I was curious.
See, this would be the usual response, even though it is kind of true that they are just curious.
In a moment, Yu hid his diary in the drawer of his desk. I am sorry if I offended you. The incident seemed to be over, but Frank's intrusive nature got the better of him.
Yeah, people please. Diaries are personal. It's better if you don't grab other people's diary unless you have their permission to do so.
Can I ask you a question?
No, you may not. You just looked at my diary and you're gonna ask a question? No.
Why does everyone in your notes die?
Oof. I would answer. Personally, I would really answer this question. It might be a bit weird. The question might be a bit weird, but you gotta say what you gotta say.
Perhaps the lack of communication affected you. Unexpectedly for himself, he answered the question directly.
I'm not sure, but it seems to me that the desire to kill a self-protagonist in the text takes root in the desire to alienate the described situations from a real self.
That's so deep. I'm not sure, but it seems to me that the desire to kill a self-protagonist in the text takes roots in the desire to alienate the described situation from a real self.
You said it as if he had prepared an answer to this question a long time ago. Or, at least he had thought about it before.
Yeah. That's how it usually goes.
Silence set in. Frank was embarrassed by his answer and tried to look understanding.
Yeah, people can can be caught off guard with those surprising
Well,
answers.
More likely that it is just easier to kill.
Exactly. No, not exactly. I'm not supporting this in any way. Right? I'm just saying.
The office phone rang.
And there's your saving grace, you. Continue the weird conversation with Frank or answer the call. I think I would answer the call.
As soon as you came up to the phone, the ringing
What?
stopped.
That's weird.
He barely returned to his desk when the phone rang again.
Alright, is this a prank or something like that? I am gonna answer the call.
As soon as Yu came up to the phone, the ringing stopped.
Okay.
He barely returned to his desk when the phone rang again.
Okay. I'm guessing this is an endless loop, but I
As
don't
soon
really
as Yu
care.
came up to the phone, the ringing stopped. He barely returned to his desk when the phone rang again.
I think this is gonna be an endless loop, but we'll see until when we can keep going.
As soon as
Alright. I'm just gonna skip some of it. We're gonna see until where we can go.
as soon
Or is it asking us to not, or is it asking us to ignore
soon-
the phone call?
he ba-
I want to answer the phone call.
as soon as
Can we save here? I want to save here. There's no
As soon-
save points here, unlike in missed
You
messages where we can save at any time during the
as soon
adventure.
he ba-
Alright, 2 more, and then if
I
not... Ah, there! Oh. I missed that. Alright,
where was I?
okay. You finally got tired of repeating that. Paper wrestling.
I will have to start again. Once upon a time, there lived you.
Alright, let me cut it there for a while, alright? Alright, we're back. We're back, guys. So what happened there was... If you keep clicking the same thing over and over again, it just repeats the story, right? So at the end of that last portion, it actually redirected us back to chapter 1. Which I am not going to be replaying today. But we're going to be replaying the entire thing later on, maybe. So I want to do chapter 2 again. But this time, instead of
On the
answering the call, we'll ignore the call, right? Alright,
Let's continue.
let's go. I don't want to start from chapter 1, so
Such
I just cut the part and then we came back to here. So we asked to give him back,
Give it to.
here
right?
in a moment. I am the in-
We're almost there.
Can I ask why did
So we answer him.
I-
And then the part's coming up.
si-
Well,
the off
Alright. So instead of answering the call this time, we're gonna ignore it the first time.
the ringing bored into his skull? Yu was buzzing together with the receiver. Yu involuntarily took off, but his head started spinning,
Yeah.
and he was seeing dark spots.
Is he sick? Oh, he is kinda sick. But he's sick to the sense that he's not sick. He's just sick that he thinks he's sick. Sick. No, I can't explain it.
Holding onto the railing, Yu slid down the stairs and jumped out onto the street. He ran into his boss at the door, who stood there smoking.
Why is the boss outside and they are inside? Privilege
go
of the
to bed
boss.
now. You can give me the rest of the papers tomorrow.
Wow, such a thoughtful boss.
He did not have any strength left to work anyway. Although he left some things in the office, Yu was not in a hurry to go back. He sat down on the doorstep to rest. His vision was not particularly keen on the second day, so it took him a while to recognize a familiar face. Yu livened a little. A welcoming grin appeared on his face.
So, what happened?
Hi, Max. Why are you not at work?
Oh, colleague then.
I dismissed my students a little early. How are you feeling? As usual, another
Another
night
night
shift. If I was your father, I would have fired you long ago.
Is that him being honest, or is just his comments on you?
What will be left for me then?
Max answered with a question.
Do you want me to take your shift?
All right, this is a good friend, you know. No, thank you. The boss asked us to go home, so I guess we can answer no, thank you to him, right? Because the boss got us covered. But if you answer yes, that means our work will be done by our friend here. No, thank you. I'm a good friend too.
No, thank you.
Yu quickly said goodbye and left.
That's good. That's good. Don't let him do the work.
He heard some painful coughing behind his back, and his lips let out a grin of satisfaction. Coming home, Yu could barely stand on his feet.
Okay, this guy that we're playing as is a bit crazy. Not a bit crazy,
Notwithstanding
kind of crazy.
his lack of sleep and fatigue, he could not fall asleep.
I think it's true sometimes, right? When you're so tired and when you're so fatigued, even if you lay down in bed, and if you don't lay down in bed, you're thinking that the moment you lie down, you would fall asleep, right? But then when you try actually trying to go to sleep, it won't happen. Like your mind is wandering everywhere. That usually happens.
The day flashed in his head on repeat.
That's see, this is what usually happens. And when the moment when you're very tired and when you try to lie down and go to Wonderland, this is when your head does something crazy and let you see something that is not supposed to be played during that time.
As for the breakup, he did not see himself as the victim. On the contrary, the entire time during his relationship with Dorina, Yu wondered,
You wondered. Okay, what did he wonder?
Why did she love him? Drained of all strength and weak in spirit from birth.
Yeah, that's a question you can ask, you know.
he did not anymore. Dizziness and pain subsided.
That's good.
At some point, he even thought about calling a doctor
This-
just to make sure that he was still alive.
I mean, you can actually feel it by yourself, right? You don't need to call a doctor just to know you're alive.
But sleep took its toll.
Finally.
Chapter 3.
All right. I guess that was a quick episode, guys, but here we are, the
The
end.
alarm went off.
Hey. Stop. No spoilers. That's the end of this episode. It's been a quick one, but I hope you guys enjoy this. And I'll see you guys in the next chapter. Alright? Love you guys. Peace out to you all.